Isn't this a great three-headed monster? I think this
Yes,
is a cool three-headed monster. So that's your intro. Athletics LLC.
we got foreheads.
But oh my gosh. Are you trying to say he has a forehead?
Actually, you have five. There's a lion
Yes,
on your hat. Yes,
yes,
Oh
yes,
goodness gracious.
yeah.
yes.
Well, this is the evidence of the conference weekend hangover, y'all.
Yep.
It's there. Jeez. What a weekend.
We survived.
Yes.
I know you guys are always tired. Well, I say you guys, hell, I went to the meet. I didn't coach nobody and I'm exhausted. But I still say that the conference weekend, even more so than outdoors, the conference weekend indoors is the best weekend of the year. If you're a track
Yes.
junkie, right? If you're a track junkie. I mean, I was sitting at the Big 12 meet with my iPad and ACCs, SECs, uh, Big 10, Big 12 also, and then a rotating fifth tab open, right? All at once.
True.
Way to be a
I,
fan of our sport, sir.
I was popping in and out of different commentaries. It was, it's like literally a track junkie's like dream.
Well, you know, it was a pretty stinking good weekend, not even just collegiately, across the board, right? So, I mean, congrats to all the teams who won team titles,
Yes.
right?
Wow. Great work done. Shout out to my man Marcus Brown and the rest of their staff in North Texas.
Yeah, they got a ring.
Yep. They did.
That is really awesome. They've been through a lot. So that was really awesome for all of them.
And they're hosting outdoors.
Whoop whoop.
Oh,
Yeah.
that jumps area is very congested.
The what?
The jumps area is very congested.
Like they've got the pole vault, the long jump, the two,
That's
the
it.
two, the two runways and the pole vault are all kind of,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, and it's all flat, right?
yeah, yeah.
So there's no elevation undulations or anything. So you're just all looking at the same thing, just in different areas. And I just got not overwhelmed per se, but I couldn't separate. So, but anyways, not just being judgy. I just had a hard time there. And it was really cold that day. So I'm not being fair. I was cranky. But nonetheless, uh, a lot of great things. I'm not going to say a lot of good things. A lot of great things happened this weekend. And so, with that just very generic statement, it leads to the excitement of the indoor national championships for the NCAA specifically, um, which is, you know, at Arkansas,
Hmm.
which tends to produce on its own. Never mind the juice that's in it, right?
I
So,
mean, yeah. The national meet at Arkansas is going to produce something else otherworldly because it has never not.
Right.
so
I mean, let's just start in on the crazy. I will I will offer as the first foray 20.06 run in Indianapolis by our young man at USC.
Lund, is that how you say it? Keeland, Lund,
Garrett Kaland, yes.
Kaeland.
Hmm.
I mean, remember he ran stupid fast at New Mexico that weekend.
San Antonio stand up.
Which is why
Wow.
I keep saying like that track in Indianapolis is rocket fast because he ran faster at sea level than he did at 5,000 feet altitude.
Yeah. And at the looks of it, he was kind of upset.
I bet he must have thought he could run under 20.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Well,
get it.
at least no one's phone charger blew up there this year. That's always a win. Remember that?
Little insider scoop there.
The things that she remembers. That was I remember that whole video.
There was a
Yeah, for
fire
sure.
near the pit
No, for sure.
or at the high jump area. Anyway, sorry.
I remember that.
Um,
645, 743 in one weekend.
yeah.
In 1 hour.
That's that has to be the best in a day. I mean, um, I'm gonna age myself quite a bit here, but I remember when Tony D's
Hmm.
was purposely trying to be the best sprint slash hurdle combo out there, and then Terrence Trammell comes along and, you know, I mean, he's epitomized the hybrid sprinter slash hurdler. And now I gotta think, um, the young man in tech has taken the throne.
Well, yes, but not quite yet, because remember, our Jamaican compatriot is the first and only person to go under 13 and under 10.
Hmm.
And so I
And what is Grant?
I think Grant's official 100-meter PB is like 10:21. He never really
No, I
runs
mean
it.
I'm talking about 60 hurdles.
Yeah, so like Grant ran 7:35 and 6:51,
Okay.
right? When he won NCAA's, he ran 6:51 and he set the meet record at 7:35.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think if you put it on the finish table, I think Grant's 7:35 or 6:51 is probably slightly better.
Hmm.
But that's at a championship. I mean, this was done. I mean, at the championship, this was done at the conference meet where he was going to handle people relatively easily. I mean, Mr. Marshall had something to say in the hurdles, but it at no point in time looked like he wasn't going to win that double.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was
He's he inspired someone else to do it in a different conference too, and he also won.
oh
So
yeah,
Jason Holmes,
and what's Bradley's last name? The guy that's at Samford. There was what
Oh,
661 and 741.
745.
So evidently, folks think they can sprint and hurdle now.
Hmm.
sorry, I cut you off, my bad.
No, I just like this weekend, there was just an abundance. I mean, I mean, there was another double even at the Big 12. What did India run? Seven and teens?
7:19 and 22:56, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I know we're in the world with superhumans, herself included as a freshman, but that's a ridiculous double, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Same day. That is pretty crazy. Um, and there's obviously as a combined eventer, I'm loving the fact that people are doubling and doing multiple things. So it's pretty awesome. But I mean, even in singular performances, like how do you jump 570 something and you're not the best pole vaulter at your own school at the conference meet, right?
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's kind of nuts.
and so on. Like there was a lot of that going on.
I mean,
Men's high jump at SECs was insane.
yes.
So what
So,
what have I missed? I apologize for my tardiness.
We
man,
were just
what a
go ahead.
segue. We took that pause and you just came right in. Hey now.
I try to be
Uh,
efficient.
Timing is everything. So
Indeed,
we're
indeed.
we're talking about uh the 60 hurdles double
Ah,
and some
yeah.
of the more crazy accomplishments this weekend. So,
I don't know if there's a vote, but Malachi Snow is the performer of the weekend.
Okay.
He did. He got it. Check your
He
email.
did
He got it.
an official like national vote,
Yeah, the USGCTA, the weekly awards.
right?
I think you should change your name, Clyde, to Mr. Foundation.
You know,
Oh, yes, I like it.
yeah,
You
you
know.
know,
Um,
I have seeded a lot of talent
I've-
around the country. You know,
Just sprinkling
I'm
it.
just we're just happy to help. But you know, no, in all seriousness, I really have a lot of affection for that kid. Mally's a great kid. Um, Goes about everything the right way. Legitimately just wants to be really good at this, and the boy is special. Now, I made some predictions last indoor that fell a little short. It's not, being early doesn't necessarily make you wrong. So when we get to the predictions, I'll just tell you, I am again predicting Mr. Snow for the double victory.
Wow.
Yes, but you won't be out on a limb now. You'll be much closer to the base of the tree.
Hey,
Hmm.
hey, listen, he was just a little banged up last year, is all. But yeah, and about that particular performance, the hurdles didn't surprise me. The 60 didn't surprise me. The gap that he put on the Big 12 in the 60
Yeah,
was was a lot.
yeah.
And that is a problem. It's a problem for everybody.
I
So,
mean, he didn't beat any slouches in the hurdles either.
well, his
mm-mm.
own team is, and the young man from Baylor is really good, right?
Yeah.
But but I mean, Texas Tech has that kind of roster, right? Like any one of those guys in theory can be all Americans in the hurdles.
Hmm.
Well, the young man from Houston is no slouch.
Oh, Jamar's great.
Right. He's been very good. So it was just impressive to see him just like I said, if you're one of those people who studies body language, when they walked out to the track, if you didn't
Mm-hmm.
know what lane anybody was on, you'd be like, I'm gonna take that guy.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty clear from the beginning, like, listen, I don't know what else y'all came to do, but winning should not be part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, the SEC 400. Let's just be honest. I want to say the SEC 400 went crazy this weekend. No, it didn't.
It
It
actually
did.
didn't.
It did exactly what it does every year. Like they run fast, and then going into the conference meeting, you're like, man, I don't know what's going to happen. And then they run faster, and you're like, oh, that's what happens. I mean, to me, the surprise performance of the weekend was a young man from Purdue running 45:38 in the prelim of the Big Ten meet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did not have that on my bingo card.
So take a gander. How many out of the top 16 are from the SEC in the 400, men's 400?
12. I didn't take a
This
guess,
this
take
this
a
has to
guess.
be an all-time record.
12.
13.
Il- What you got, you?
I said 12 first.
Okay,
You
well,
did?
my bad. I'll take 11 if you want, but I think 12 is the answer.
He already said the answer was 11.
It's
Oh, I
11.
didn't. Oh, okay. I didn't even hear that. I was busy trying to make you happy.
11, 11 out of 16.
So
Yeah,
so
That's
we're gonna
crazy.
rerun. We're gonna run it back. So
it'll be
okay.
interesting.
Speaking of early, and we had a mini debate on this. Um, I understand why people would want to pick others, but I told y'all no one's beaten Garrett in the 200.
Mm,
Not indoors, not this year. It's just not gonna happen. And
okay.
so I don't really see it being close at this point. But that was very impressive.
Yes. And
Very.
I mentioned that he didn't look happy when he crossed the line. He had this,
Oh, I'm sure he wanted the 19. I'm sure he wanted
yeah,
the American record.
yep,
I'm sure he has aspirations of the world record indoors.
yep.
which for all the people is still held by who, KST?
Frankie
Oh, Frankie
Fredericks,
Fredericks.
From
late
1992,
94.
4?
Yeah, it's down there. It might be 93. That's funny. But it's from Levine, right?
Lieven,
Night,
yeah.
yeah, 1992.
1996.
96. Okay.
96.
Yeah, that is very much under threat.
Yep.
And if you don't think it's under threat, y'all need to go on and watch that Big Ten final again because
Yep.
it's under threat.
And if you don't think it's under threat, then you can't do math. I mean, it ran 2006 and has 2 more weeks.
Yep.
Right. They what? Okay. Just, and I don't mean this in any kind of negative light. What was the biggest, like, what was the most ridiculous uh shit show of the weekend? Because
As only Clyde could ask the question.
it
You
depends
know
on,
what?
depending on your perspective, it's, for me, it's one of two answers.
So I can appreciate the relative pettiness of the question, but I think my answer might surprise. Like, I'll be honest, it was just the overall like doldrums of the men's in particular long jump from conference to conference.
Mm.
Like if you
Actually, you
jump
might
set
have won with that. You might have that right.
if you jump 765, you were
Hmm.
in the money everywhere,
It's kind of crazy.
right? And if you jump 765, you won one of the Power Five conferences, and you got second just barely in another.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, bruh, what are we doing? 719 scored in a Power Four conference meet in the
Hmm.
men's long jump.
Yikes.
Yeah.
727 made the final in another Power Four conference. And I'm just like, look, listen, I know I'm old and I jumped against a whole bunch of really good people, so I'm always going to talk about the long jump, but there should be certain performances that are standardized. It should take 25 feet to make the final at a Power Four conference,
Mm.
right? That's 762, folks. It should take that to make the final. It should not take that to be on the top three steps of the podium. So,
Agreed.
so
Yeah.
for my money, like it's my answer to your petty question.
I think you won. I had in the realm of the NCAA, I had others. But like, okay, just on the anticlimactic front of it all, because again, I have not seen and I cannot find the video of my alma mater dropping this three flat.
Oh, here,
So
I'll send it to you right now.
thank you. So I was very much looking forward to the SEC 4x4 final,
Hmm.
which ultimately turned out to be a dud. I was I was so irritated watching that race. And I know it'll be better at NCs, but you don't understand. Like I had my screen, I had my drinks, and I had my snacks. And I'm like, I just got home from Army. I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna watch. I didn't look at the results on purpose. Give it to me. I was like, what? I was so mad.
I wasn't mad, right? But with three guys running 746 in the prelim, I thought somebody was going to run 730 something in the final of the SEC hurdles.
Mm.
Oh, it was there. It
For
was there.
sure. And like I said, I wasn't mad. I wasn't disappointed. I guess I just thought, especially with one of them being at home,
Yeah.
I thought it might happen.
You know what? You know what I need if Chewy is able to entertain us with it. If you watch the Big 12 meet, the race for the championship was actually very close, men and women.
Yes.
I would like to know what the energy in the building was when the 4x4 happened, and ultimately, just from my perspective, you could have reasonably called a foul that would have made the 1 point victory not a 1 point victory.
Right.
So what was the
So
energy in the building?
when they made the decision or prior to?
Both. Like
Okay.
the collision happens, which was crazy, like shouldn't have happened. And
Yeah.
then like what happened?
So collision happens. ASU is throwing hands up in the air. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Tech is silently negating that, but making movements like, oh my gosh, he fell. And then who was the third school?
Kansas State. I mean, they were
Kansas State. There you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
Kansas State
winners.
was, they won. And like outright. Everybody came down from the bleachers and was ready to jump on the track. And then everybody saw we got put on hold, right? Um, it was a long, well, they led us to believe it was a long deliberation because it was a good 40 minutes, 45 minutes before a decision came out.
Mm.
And we were just sitting. And then all of a sudden, they announced the women's and then continue to announce the men's. And then the whole entire place erupted like it usually does.
I thought the women's situation was way more controversial because, look, let's just call it what it is, right? Let's just cut right to the chase. You have to have stones to call a disqualification that is going to change the title champion
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
in the home building of the team whose championship would be lost,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you got to have brass ones to start with, and you have to have irrefutable, absolutely impenetrable proof that this is a foul, right? And not you think it's a foul, not it's usually a foul, because you're changing history with this call
Mm-hmm.
because it flip flops and BYU becomes champions.
Right.
Mhm.
That's right.
So if I'm going to be honest, right, the cynic in me never thought that that foul was going to happen because
Oh,
I didn't think it was going to happen.
no, I didn't think it was going to happen either. I'm just saying, depending on your point of view on the men's front, it
Mhm.
could have happened. You know, to use a different sport term, it was a bang bang play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It wasn't blatant, but it wasn't exactly clean. And it's like, oh, I wonder what they're going to do with that.
Something, I don't want to say should have. Definitely something could have been called from that incident, that event, but
Yeah.
nothing was called. So it was, from the different conversations as we're walking out of the building, it's, yeah, but this guy, yeah, but that guy, it was clear. And I said, well, it has to be clear to the officials. I
Yeah.
said, you are not an official. You have your own perspective and bias already. And that's just what it is. I said, if you want to make a difference, then go be an official.
We also
Wow.
got to give a shout out and kudos to the kid from Tech who got up and ran because
And finish.
if they don't get eighth, it doesn't matter.
No,
Right.
Yeah.
right. Oh my God. That was incredible because
Yeah.
they got eighth by a tenth of a second.
Yes.
Literally.
So they all,
Literally.
like, he got up and kept running, and then the other two legs had to run for real. And at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it was a tenth
It
of a second.
benefited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if he didn't pop up off the ground immediately, it was Rap City.
Hmm.
Like, it was
Because at that point, it just doesn't matter, right?
right.
At no point in time were they going to get elevated into scoring. So if he doesn't score, it's a tie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Madness.
massive props to Travis though, because
Oh yeah.
they were in the fight to the to the end
Mm-hmm.
It
with a
hasn't been close.
program with a program that was in the bottom third for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the other, I think it's the fourth indoor victory in a row for Tech, which is significant because it hasn't been done since Nebraska, right? This is the first one that was close for real.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like
It
So
was
yeah.
close.
Really.
So props. I mean, as close as it can get, right? So yeah, definitely props to Travis.
I thought for sure you were going to come on the screen talking about the pettiest move happened all week.
What,
I
the
don't
Jordan
think
Anthony?
people, no, I don't think people picked up on it. A lot of, because
Oh,
I've heard some conversations about this,
Well,
but you
which
have to say it. You
go
have to say
ahead.
it.
okay. Okay. So K State has a triple jumper who's also a sprinter.
Yes.
If you look at the times of the finals, it is going to be problematic to try to run the 60 final and then immediately triple jump because
Okay.
most cases in the conference, it's there aren't enough people for there to be more than one flight.
Right.
Right.
So K State put either three or four other humans in the triple jump so that they had two flights. And then those four people proceeded to run down the runway and run through
Okay.
for all three of their jumps,
Right.
because that would allow for the
Enough time.
time.
Yeah.
And look, anybody who hates on this doesn't understand winning
Mm-hmm.
conference championships because this wasn't even bad by the spirit of the rule.
No.
It was legitimate, well played gamesmanship to right a wrong that should never have been wronged, because the real culprit to this is the fact that all of the field events but two were on the first day.
Right.
Mm. So listen.
This new schedule that didn't get approved by anybody, they made up, had field event coaches literally running in circles.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
Like
There's
both genders of pole vault, both genders of high jump, both genders of long jump.
Mm.
if
Wow.
Single
yeah,
gender pole vault, both high jumps, both long jumps.
Yes. Sorry.
that is wild.
The epitome of I can save track. I can't save field.
But
Yikes.
here's the thing. No, I didn't pay that any mind whatsoever. But hearing that, I will say this. There are discussions, even at the USTFCCCA level of things about conference scheduling and what schedule should be and shouldn't be. The Big 12 has a very odd conference schedule, and
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like this year in particular was a little bit more odd than normal.
It should be 3 days.
It absolutely should be 3 days, but it's not. So my thing is, to your point, if the Big 12 does or does not have conference qualifying standards,
Correct.
they do not have them.
No.
See? So, hey, if your conference doesn't have standards to be in the meet, you could just enter whatever you want to enter, then that's brilliant by Kansas State.
Right,
It's
because they
absolutely
have
brilliant.
roster limits and they manage to have enough space to do it.
Yeah.
That's right. That is strategic thinking at the highest level. And you
Yeah.
could be mad at it, but that's just intelligent use of the rules
Mm-hmm.
to benefit what you need done.
Yep.
It-
X.
there's nothing illegal. There's nothing wrong. That's Kirk Signetti just figuring it out before the rest of y'all did. That is very, very smart, and I
Mm-hmm.
love it. I'm absolutely here for that. No, the pettiest thing that happened this weekend is the University of Florida women winning the SEC without the same level of compensation as some of the other programs in the SEC.
No,
That is
no.
a
Add
wild,
what else did they not do?
and not running the 4x4. That is easily the pettiest thing that happened this weekend,
Listen,
and I'm
that's
here
why
for
my man made a early cameo on the show tonight because I couldn't agree with you more. That that
it.
one that one feels like it was personal. I don't know this to
Mm-hmm.
be true, but it feels like it.
That's a crazy, like, the casual people, the fans. You just watch the meet, you look at the performances, they're amazing, and oh my God, if you care about the team title, you care about the team title. Like, this new world that we're in, where everybody is living a different financial game, you don't fully understand how freaking impressive that is.
Yes.
Like, That is crazy. As a person who just fought tooth and nail to get curb stomped at our conference championships because we have nothing versus what everybody else has financially. Like, hey, hats off to that, man. That's crazy.
And I don't listen, I'll say this. I think sometimes people think, oh, well, so and so's got the full complement, but so and so doesn't. They think that's like two and three differences, right? I'm just going to say this and put it out there. In this particular iteration, there was a 20 scholarship differential
Hmm.
between the halves and the team that won.
Yep.
And that's wild.
That is absolutely wild. And they did what I always consider like, to me, when people win Staff of the Year awards, this is how you do it. They scored everywhere.
Hmm.
Mm.
They had jumps, they had throws, they had a pretty heavy dose of distance, they had sprints, they had hurdles. Right. The only thing they don't have on campus. They don't have a pole vaulter,
Right.
but they scored everywhere else. And hats always go off to a team that does it that way. Always.
No, it's hard to do. It's
It's
incredibly
hard
hard.
to do.
So are we sliding to the pros or
Open season.
Yeah, for sure.
okay? I just want to say this because it was really funny. The clearly planned spectacle between Jordan Anthony and Noah Lyles is hilarious, and I'm here for all of that.
Yeah, we need a little
Hmm.
WWE.
Yes.
I'm here
Correct.
for it.
Now, I don't know if the post-race interview that he gave to Dawn was prescribed, but you need to hear it if you haven't. Listen, as a former elite shit talker, Jordan Anthony won his first professional crown. Props to him. And I loved every single thing he had to say to the microphone with Don Harper. We ain't heard anything like that in a long time. And
Didn't
I
that man say
hope,
he was handing out free caskets?
yes,
Hmm.
he
Coffins.
handing out free
Coffins.
coffins to
Free
whoever
coffins.
wants one. He
Free
said,
coffins.
he said he's here to put the old folks out.
Yeah, that's what. Oh,
I am, let's be clear. None of the people who are winning medals currently are old.
Hmm.
yeah.
Right.
But he called Noah Lyles and everybody else old and said, you're up out. It's time for y'all to get up out of here. And I got
Hmm.
caskets for everybody. I love it. He just has to do it now. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't
Hmm.
say
Hmm.
stuff like that. Like this arc is back to like around 2016, 2017, 2018 when the women's hurdles which are still going crazy, but there was a very distinct line between the young crew and the old heads.
Yep.
And
Hmm.
they let the old heads hang around too much and they snatched a few medals that in theory they shouldn't have snatched, right? Jordan Anthony's not here for that. He's like, nah, yeah, nah, y'all old. You ain't even 30, but you're old. Get up out of my way. I'm here now. And I love it with a
Hmm.
mouthful of gold teeth.
I mean, yes, all of that.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it because honestly, if it's the right group of people, like male sprinters should be like that,
Hmm.
right? It fits.
Yeah.
It fits.
And eh, again, you have to come from this world to understand it. He was talking a lot of trash, but it wasn't personally disrespectful.
Nope.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Like you can run your mouth and you could talk trash and you can say what you want to say without being like KST, blah, 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 blah,
Hmm.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a
Yep.
fine line to walk, but when you walk it correctly, it's awesome. So, bravo, sir. Congratulations. Good luck at Worlds. Go do your thing.
You know, I mean, and let's be clear, the patience with which he took apart Mr. Brummel was also pretty cool. I,
Yeah,
I don't mean that as a shot. I'm saying like look, it's his first time at the national meet, right? Like you
that's
could
right.
understand if he rushed phases, if he didn't, if he tightened up at the end. Like, no, none of that happened.
That's right.
So I mean, I give the young man his props.
We got a 17-year-old national champion.
Yes.
I mean, and and in a related story, water is wet.
Hey,
Listen,
it's not about the
I
win.
don't
It's about the
know.
gap.
I said that when he ran into when he ran at the JDL meet. I'm like, guys, he's treating pros like high school kids because I
Yeah, he
watched him
is.
do this to high school kids. And I'm telling you, I'm not sure there's an American that is alive today that can beat him anymore.
Right.
And I mean, look, there's no disrespect to that. I mean, look, those guys are all stars,
Mm-hmm.
but he's run 142 just like they did. But he's now a year older, and unlike them, he's just naturally more mature because he's now 17. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Guess what? He's got another free year of that coming next year.
He's got a full year of driving a car.
Right? I mean, if we just talk about normal natural progressions, like if he does the exact same training for the next 3 years, he's going to get better at it for the like this year, next year, just because he's going to be 18 and then 19,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Like you get free smoke with that. You get that, you get that young buck.
it's kind of crazy.
It is.
And you know, again, speaking of young, I don't care. They're signed already, and my boy
Nope.
coaches them.
Nope, nope,
Nope.
nope,
Nope.
nope, nope,
Hey,
Nope.
man,
nope.
Nope.
bro,
We know who they are. They
that's
are
Leave
fast.
it
crazy.
there.
It is crazy. They
Leave it
are
That's
there.
fast.
crazy.
It
Yes.
is. It is.
Shout out. Shout out to them.
Punch the plane tickets.
Yeah.
Off,
Yeah.
off, off to the off to the world.
And
I
I, I,
mean, I
I, I would
mean,
like to
they're
rescind my other answer really quick. You asked me what was the biggest S show this weekend, right?
Oh yeah, see,
I
that's what I
mean,
thought you were going with
it,
it.
the men's triple jump having 5 competitors in it at the USA meet.
yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah, that yeah, yeah.
that's just not, and not only 5 competitors. I think 2 of them have PBs over 16 meters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, that's not a thing. Even in an off year, even indoors, that's not a thing.
Okay.
But when the
I'm
meet's
gonna,
in New
I'm,
York, it's really expensive.
well, so okay. You opened the door. I wasn't even gonna go there. I was gonna let you.
Nah, we gonna do it
No,
all.
okay. So here's the thing. I've been involved in a few of these online conversations. New York, home of the EP.
Yes.
Well, y'all were and I'm not shooting at the EP. I'm shooting at his brethren from the region. Y'all were so hyped when USA Track and Field stepped out and said, you know what? It's 2026. It's the off year. We're bringing the outdoor nationals to NYC. And instantly online, flooded with the comments. It's about time. Forget the Northwest. We hate Eugene. Everybody's gonna show out. It's gonna be blah 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 blah. There's no team to make outside, people. There is a team to make right now,
Right.
and there was no one there. There was no one in the building in New York City. So I don't want to hear what an amazing fan base y'all are.
But
They
the
didn't
meet's
even
not
show
really in
up.
New York. The meet's in
Huh?
Staten Island. But the meet's not
No,
really in
no,
New
that's
York.
one of
It's in
your
Staten Island.
boroughs. No, that's one of the
Nah,
boroughs. I'm not trying to
nah,
hear it. I'm
nah.
not trying to
That's
hear it.
like trying to call Catalina LA. Like, nah.
No. That
Nah,
there's 5 boroughs, and the Wu-Tang says that that's they New York.
100%. That okay. I say this to people all the time. Okay. Ask any New Yorker, name anything else from Staten Island besides Wu-Tang Clan and Staten Island Ferry. I'll wait.
Trump voters.
Oh my God.
Okay. They, they're everywhere, sir.
But that's neither here nor
Wow.
there. Look, all I'm saying is, New York, you can't puff out your chest about how you deserve all these things, and there's 10 people in the building. There was 10 people there.
Indoors. Listen. Now if there's 10 people at Icon, which there might be, I'm just trying to say that. Because look, you notice I was not one of them people. I'm from New York. I
Oh,
love
no,
New
no,
York.
that's what I'm
But
saying. That's not it,
New
you.
York is not a track place. But I will say this. There probably will be more people at Icon if for no other reason than that's where Aplos has been, right? So people have made that trek. People have, we'll
Yeah,
see.
but
We'll
Athlos
see.
isn't throwing the outdoor
I
national party.
I just said we shall see. I don't disagree with you, sir. I
Meg
don't
and
know
Cardi
who
B
went
ain't
out
going to
on.
be on the elevated long jump runway at USA's.
I
You
don't
feel
know
me?
who decided to go out on a limb and puff all their chests out about
Everybody,
that. Because I would,
everybody,
I'd have been like, shh,
everybody. And let's not get it twisted. There's the same amount of seats in Ocean Breeze that there are at Icon. Don't let the images fool you. It's the same 5,000 seats. So I don't want to hear nothing. You better show up because there was
that's all
nobody
right.
there.
Next year, USA's will be back in the good old Midwest in
Oh my
Indianapolis, and
God.
and it'll be full because there ain't nothing else to do besides they'll come next door from the boat and what did they have to
The
the
boat and
Hey,
RV show.
the boat and RV show. They'll just come on over next
hey,
door.
listen. And that's the other thing about these New
Oh,
York people. I mean, no, we're here. I'm gonna go ahead. Listen, all these New York people had their chest out, right? What's the first thing they was talking about? What's the first thing? Eugene's so expensive. Y'all can miss me with that because then you start talking about, well, you could just stay in New Jersey. So New York, I have to stay in a new state. I can't even stay in the state where the meat's at. But you gonna talk to me
That
about
is funny.
Eugene is expensive?
that
Get
is
out of
funny.
here. I'm
That
not
is
here for it. I don't want to stay in. I don't want to stay on the expressway in Jersey with the activities. I don't want to do that. I want to stay in Manhattan.
okay. Okay. Oh,
That's
oh
funny.
man.
We hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
Just
I would also
leave.
say it was probably a bad idea to have the USA meet the same weekend as all the conference meet,
Oh yeah.
but that's neither here nor there. I wasn't involved in the
Like, did you
planning.
notice how many people finished their conference meets and turned around and made it to USA's?
Well, you know
Hmm.
what? And I'm here for the people that did that. I assume it's because they want to make the team and go to the worlds. But that also speaks to how whack the fields were. Because in what universe should you expect that you can go get these points for your school and then just hop on a plane and do it again and make the team? Like that's how whack the fields were. Like that shouldn't even be a thought. Like, nah, G, like we can't actually pull that off.
Listen, I'm just going to say this, and I don't really care who comes for me. Big League and I have said on multiple occasions that the United States knows the least about the qualifying procedures and the rankings of any major country in this world. And it's never more true than this year because this year's Indoor Worlds is going straight off of rankings. It
There's no real process.
it's like there probably aren't five collegians that had enough points to go to that meet to qualify anyway. So whatever, go. I mean, I'm sure that whoever accepted you in was happy that you came, but yeah, I thought that was crazy. You might never be more tired than you are after a conference meet. To turn around and get on a plane and go someplace else and do another meet is just bizarre.
Listen, our conference meet was a 1 hour flight away, and we finished last. I slept till 11 something the next morning.
Hmm.
I had to apologize because I woke up and I was like, yo, It's that late? My bad.
That's
But
funny.
the biggest shit show of the weekend was actually the marathon debacle.
Which is our next topic. So that was,
Yes. Perfect segue.
well, perfect segue. I-
Just
Once
how
again, once again, how many times have you guys heard me say on the show, like, what do NGBs and LOCs and such do if they like, you have one job, right? Like you have one job. If you're LOC, they ask you to do two things: mark the course and inform the course leader who's on, was it on a bike,
I
right?
don't know.
I think they were on a bike,
An
Hmm.
right?
actual bike? Like a
Yeah,
pedal bike?
I think so. It may have been a electric bike. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is like they ask you to do two things: mark the course appropriately and make sure that the person leading the pack knows
Yes.
where they're going.
Yeah.
Those are the two jobs required by the LOC. Other things go with it, but those are the two like mandatory jobs. We can do it as long as you do these two things. And going into the last mile and a half, you lead the top three people who have gapped everybody else. You lead the top three people in the wrong direction.
Well, I'm like, when they went off course, like, how you ain't know?
Again, like I think what's crazy is the fallout afterwards, right? Like
The
the the the,
response. The
the
response.
response was
No, the response was
outrageous.
crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's usually like, my bad. It was like,
No.
yeah, we
It's their
take some
fault.
responsibility, but it's their fault.
Hmm.
They didn't label the course right.
Hmm.
So no, and so it's I'm so blown away by this because I'm trying to picture it, right? Because I only read it once. The vehicle, I'll just use the term vehicle, that was leading the race decides that their job is done and whatever, goes off to the right. I assume they went off to the right to stop driving or something, right? So like if I'm pedaling or driving or whatever and I go off to the right because I don't want to lead nothing no more and I know they supposed to do something else, like why did that take forever to to figure out?
Yeah.
Like you just went off course and just kept on, you was pedaling home? You was going to the crib? Like, I don't understand. At some point you ain't like 10 seconds in, you ain't turning like, yo, they're actually still following me. Oh yeah, y'all should go that way. Like what happened?
Yeah.
And by the way, where did this happen? Like where was
Uh,
this competition?
In
Atlanta.
Mm,
Atlanta, it was in
It was in
Atlanta.
I thought it
Atlanta.
was in Atlanta. Yeah.
Okay. So
Atlanta
it
Shot
was
Club.
not New York. Okay.
No, it was not
So
New York, sir.
ATL, shame. Shame on the ATL. No more nationals for you either. Like, what is happening? I literally don't understand it. And since this is not a place that I normally play,
Died.
I just I'm having a hard time as a a purist, as a logical person. I'm having a hard time with this whole thing. Like I just don't understand.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What?
So by the time she figured out that they were off course and got back on the course, she ended up ninth.
correct.
I don't understand.
I
Is
mean,
there a video?
people are racing, right? So like if you add distance to running, like I mean, at the end of the day, like I do understand. I get what you're saying. Like I don't get how you just blindly follow, but that's part of what you do. And you gotta look, they run a half
No,
marathon,
no,
right? So that means they had gone basically 12 miles.
no. I don't blame the athletes at all. What I'm saying is I've watched cross country distance marathon stuff, right? Like it's always like a motorized vehicle leading at the pro level,
Hmm.
Right.
right?
And they follow the whole course through the finish line.
Cool. But at some point, the driver of the vehicle went the wrong way, I assume for the purposes of my job is over.
Hmm.
So
You
where
would
did the
think.
vehicle go? Like, I'm gonna go this way, and you ain't noticed that they all followed you. Like you ain't like that's the part I don't get. Because he didn't pull off and stop, or did they? And
Yeah,
then the ladies, they just keep running. If he pulled off and just kept driving and like, oh, we should follow that thing. Well, then that, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
yeah, it's wild, man. There's no question at all. Like it's
Was that a qualifying race?
yes,
Yes.
team
Yeah,
selection.
nah. Somebody got to run me my money. Somebody got to do all kind of like,
Hmm.
nah.
So I'm trying to find one of the young ladies today. Just you know, again, the athletes always save the day. Uh, yeah, I'm not going to read it all by any means, right? But like, basically, to get to a nutshell, everyone can recognize that this is an unprecedented situation that must be treated differently than what USATF rules may dictate. The least that can be done is to have the women who almost certainly would have finished top three represent the United States at Worlds and compensate them monetarily. I was also ahead. They were also ahead of me before before taking the wrong turn as well. And then she goes on to say, this is the young lady who ended up winning. She
Right.
said that if a spot on the world team for Copenhagen is offered to her, I do not plan to take it regardless of who it would go to because I did not fairly earn it.
Mm.
So once
Yeah.
again, the athletes are saving the administrators,
Yeah.
right? Because the athletes are saying, look, damn this high road ridiculousness that y'all have taken. Well, we don't know what else we could do. Like, just give the three women that got run off the course that were out in front and killing everybody else, give them three the spots. Done.
I mean, it's not that hard.
Or two. I don't know how many spots they get. So like whatever it
Right.
is, it's not that hard. But it's just crazy that the athlete had to come out and say that.
Yeah.
They always kill me with it, like, what else can we do? I mean, I can think of 1,000 things you could do.
Hmm.
Doing nothing is definitely not one of them.
Mm.
Because I said, like, I'm not, I mean, you guys all know me really well. I'm not a litigious person at all. Oh, if you don't have the right answers for me, I'm definitely suing Atlanta Track Club. I'm suing the USATF. I'm suing everybody on the planet for emotional hardship and my money because at the end of the day, y'all took a spot from me. Like, that's insane.
Right. Like it's not like like there's actual livelihoods at stake here.
So,
20,
I
I
mean,
ain't
20,
no
$20,000.
at the end of the day, that like they just need to make that right and call it good. Even if they have to double compensate,
Hmm.
right? Even if they have to double compensate, like, listen, that was an expensive mistake, but it's a mistake that can't be made and not be compensated because that's outrageous.
well, you can start with not paying the driver of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's
Like
crazy is he'll be like, they didn't mark it right.
whatever. Listen.
Yeah, that's it's crazy, dude. Like
Like
it's absolutely
I literally didn't read enough of this. So how did the people who so they were following the vehicle. The others
Yes.
were so
yes,
far back they just made the right decision?
correct,
Correct.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
correct. I think they eventually were veered back onto the right situation behind those who had made the
Hmm.
correct decision.
Yeah.
It's bananas, man. It's bananas.
No self-awareness at all by the driver. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I
There's
I'm just
mean,
no
wondering,
way.
like, I'm just wondering how far into it he turned around and was like,
That's what I'm
"Hey,
saying.
y'all
Like,
following me?"
Like, bro, that's what I'm
My
saying.
bad. My bad.
They were gapped the field
Yes.
and came
Yes.
back in ninth place. How
Yes.
long did this charade go
Yeah.
on?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
this doesn't ain't make
How
any
far
sense
did
to
he
me.
lead him off course? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
I'm
Oh
telling you, he was
yeah.
driving to the crib. He was like, "Yo, all right, I'm going home."
This was not a good look. This was not a good weekend for USA track and field, unfortunately.
And I'll say
Unfortunately.
not in this particular space, but this falls into the officials' pocket. Listen, there are videos of throw officials just
Oh yeah.
wildly
Yes. Yes.
wrong
Yes.
on the markings.
Yep.
Okay, there. Listen, because I love y'all and because I'm petty, I'm gonna read this to you all, and you will love this. I don't know what the solution is for these type of issues, but I think
I
one
mean, there are some simple solutions.
multicolored chalk is one of them. I think that would be a very good idea. Okay, because if folks can't tell the difference, like if you don't remember that mark was already there before the thing, like hey, right? But I got a doozy for you. I got an absolute doozy for you, and because y'all are lovers and committed to the field, I got to read this one to you. I was saving this for y'all. So in the Mountain West, in the women's triple jump, I'm gonna read you a field series.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
I feel like there's an extra meter coming.
Jump 1, 1173. Jump 2, 1202. Jump 4, 1164. Jump 5, 1161. Jump 6, 1169.
Yeah, I feel like there's an extra meter coming.
Jump 3, 13 meters.
Yeah. Yep.
Now,
Yep.
listen, I'm not getting into the specifics of the schools and all of that. I will simply say that the coach of that person was very adamant that that mark was wrong
Hmm.
and did not happen. And
Hmm.
props to that person for their integrity. He's a very good man. He does an excellent job. But even he knew that that was utter nonsense. That jump put this person in the final. That phantom jump took someone out of the final, and that jump
Hmm.
put somebody on the podium.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There is no way that that was real. And between that and these just random markings in field events, I'm like, bro, like, come on now. Like, these are championships. Like, this is important.
Listen, I have said this every single time we've gone to Eugene. And yeah, I'm taking a shot at Eugene, and it is what it is. If you watch the discus competition, the discus officials start on the far side of the sector in like or far enough, right? And as the disc comes, they are always running, right? The disc lands. I know I'm further away from them, okay? But I have one job in this scenario. I'm watching the disc and I watch where it lands. And I watch where it lands. If they're in the area code, I give it to them, right? Because
Mhm.
again, they're older and they're running. But I promise you, there have been multiple American records by Valerie Allman that have been missed. And
Oh
there have been
yes.
multiple people that should have made finals in it at NCAA's and such in the discus sector in Eugene. And if it happens there, God only knows where else it happens because those are highly skilled people who have been officials for a long time. But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you can't effectively mark running,
No,
right? Like it's
no.
just that's hard to do with 2020 vision at 20 something years old, right? And so at the end of the day, man, like these things have been happening for a very long time. And they happen in the shot and they happen in the weight all of the time indoors. And it just makes no sense because listen, y'all know, like sometimes I like to give Texas A&M crap for like how contentious and such things can be sometimes there, right? But one of the things they do at a track meet I think is absolutely brilliant. They use, I don't know if it's cornstarch, they use something that covers the entire throws area, right? After the mark hits, boom, there's a space
Hmm.
where the mark landed, right?
Right.
There's no ambiguity. It's not other marks, there's a space. And then you know what happens after that? Somebody sweeps that over. So now it looks the same for the next person,
There you
So
right?
go.
it's a brand new indentation every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So for indoors, it has to be a clean slate as best as
Hmm.
humanly possible every time. The flip-flopping of chalk colors would be just fine. You got two chalk buckets. You got an orange bucket and you got a white bucket. All the odd throwers put the chalk, look, put your thing in the white chalk. Boom. All the even throwers put your thing in the orange chalk. Now, if you choose not to chalk, that's your fault.
Hey, bring your own school color chalk. But I
Nah,
don't know.
nah. Because again, you got orange and you got white, right? What I just picked two random colors, right? But all I gotta do is sweep. Like if we just sweep over the last mark,
Oh, sure, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's all we gotta do. The bigger issue, which happens a lot of times, is sectors indoors
Hmm.
because I don't blame them. See, listen, you should get combat pay for marking the weight throw indoors for sure, because that is a bomb that is being thrown and it bounces when it lands,
Right.
That's instant
right? So,
PTSD.
so you can't really like stand in line with it because it's going to take you off your feet and to the upper room, right? So I get that, like why you should be like on the side and like running in, and and then plus sometimes it's got an arc, and again we're talking about older people, but so the chalk is necessary for the bags of the weight throw as well, but for sure every championship situation should have cameras straight up the sector line
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of,
because it should never happen that a throw is in and everybody agrees it's an in and the official says it's out and now the official is embarrassed and so the official is going to stand on business. That should not
mhm.
happen, but it happens. What were you saying, KST?
No, speaking of, the runner space did or timing, so express timing in conjunction with runner space. And I don't know if it was on purpose or somehow a glitch, but every time there was a jump, if you hit the mark, like on the website, it would show you the picture at the board.
Oh
Oh,
yes, you sent that in the chat. That
yeah,
was that was
that was
that's
pretty
really
awesome. I
good.
like that.
which
That's really good.
which saves you a lot of issues, you know. And of course, the in the NCAA, they don't count the vertical plane like,
Shenanigans.
like World Athletics does. So, but yeah, I mean, awesome feature, and I think we still go down the same path where there just doesn't seem to be room um for okay, if the last flight of the men's long jump, if all your qualifiers come from that flight, why are we still waiting 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Just because the rules say so?
Here's my thing. leave the 15 minutes in there, but have some damn common sense. If
Mm-hmm.
everybody
Everybody's
says,
ready.
is everybody good? Is
Yeah.
everybody ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Close the pit and
Indoors, could you
let's
could you
go.
perhaps still be warm and
Yeah.
still be, is your heart rate still here and you ready to go again? Like,
Close the pit and let's go.
oh my goodness.
Like, don't take the time away. I get it. Somebody needs it. But if
Mm-hmm.
nobody needs it,
Let's go.
let's go. That was half my issue with the Big 12's time schedule. It was an appropriate conference championship time schedule, right? But when you took all of the field events and stuffed them on the first day,
Mm-hmm.
you ended up with a dead facility because you had these gaps in between track events with nothing else to watch
Yeah.
Mm.
and no noise. And so you're just listening to, old Bruno Mars. And like, when is the next thing gonna happen? Right. And look, we as track can't have that. Dead air is bad for track, right? Field events are far more than commercials, they're far more than filler, but they are incredible commercials and filler.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Maybe this is now when I dive into the triple jump for the first time, right?
Right.
Because I'm waiting for the 600 or whatever. Okay, sorry. I got to say this. Listen, people. When you go to the first meet of the year at Clemson, they run a 300 and they run a 500, right?
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
At no point in time in a championship meet in 2026 should we still be running 600 yards or 600 meters or 1,000 meters. I'm sorry, I don't care. You're not getting people ready for the DMR. You're not getting them ready for anything else. You are racing at you are literally racing at an irrelevant distance, and it doesn't make any sense.
Tradition, sir.
It's tradition.
Hey, y'all want to go through tradition? I'm the oldest person on this show. We could do all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of traditions that are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want a
Tuesday.
trowel? Y'all want a trowel and some dirt? Because we could go back.
Let's go
The
back to
whole point of
paddocks.
the
Hey,
whole
let's
point
go
of
back to
advancement
paddocks.
is to not do old things we used to do.
Let's
That
let's
just
line them up. Let's line them up
Hey,
like horses. Let's go.
it
you,
just
so
doesn't make any sense.
so this was a point of contention in the last year cycle at the Alphabet Crew. There were there were proposals that suggested that all conference meets have identical
Schedules.
schedules.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who voted no?
And,
Find them all.
well, so listen, I'm just listen. In theory, it felt like a righteous thing, right?
Yes.
But then the argument was made that different conferences at different venues have different issues and different traditions, and therefore, no one was going to dictate how the conferences decided to conduct their championships. And you could probably guess who the number one leader of this is the way we do things out here was. It wasn't the 12, it was the
Mm-hmm.
academics, it was the Ivies,
Right.
right? So, I mean, they got like 4x8s and stuff. And so at the end of the day, where all of that landed was the default was they didn't want the national body dictating specific realities from conference to conference, especially when all conferences are not conducted in the same type of venues.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm
Respectfully.
I'm just saying, I'm just here to report the
Respectfully.
news.
Every single conference is competed on at least a 200-meter track, which means that every single conference can run the exact same within reason, right? If you flip-flop the weight throws from the shot put because of timing or your facility, fine. But you should not be these wild variances from conference to conference. And for sure, stop running events that we don't run. I'm done. I don't care. I don't care what the tradition is. You know what? There's a lot of places in this country where slavery was a tradition.
Oh boy.
There's
Oh
a lot of
boy.
places in this country where picking cotton is a tradition. Like, at the end of the day, like we all agreed we have to go past that, right? Like this is insanity. Like these pleas are insane.
But here's the funny thing, and I could be wrong. I'm not sure how wrong I am, but do these auxiliary events, do they exist outdoors
Oh boy.
I don't
anywhere?
know about the Ivy schedule, be honest. I literally don't know anything at all about the Ivy schedule, but I
They
will
definitely
say
don't exist in the Big 12.
I
Uh-uh.
don't believe in any Power Four conference. I've worked at every Power Five conference but the SEC, and I know the SEC schedule. That no extra events exist. The NAIA runs the marathon. Should we put that in?
If
That's a
if
championship event. They also do the race walk. Those are championship events.
if hey, if the Ivies want a race walk, they want a race walk.
Listen, again, I'm going to say this. Fine. If you can't adjudicate at that level, at the very least, do what football does and have its own rules for the Power Five. Every Power Five conference should start the same way, finish the same way, have the same number of field events on the first day, the same number of field events on the second day, and run the same events because no one cares that your 600-yard school record just got broken.
Mm-hmm.
It was odd to see on television. It just is. It feels like an exhibition amongst the rest of it, but then you realize there's actual,
Oh, we're running.
consequences.
Yeah,
There,
no,
there
we're
are
running.
points. There are
Yeah.
points for this, and it's just like, come on, man. Like, what?
Yeah.
Sometimes as a lover of the sport, I understand why people in other sports, because I won't call them real sports, other sports don't respect us. I understand it. Because you know what? Listen, once you get past youth basketball, like true youth, like eighth grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every single basketball court, the hoop is 10 feet high.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are different size regulations, minimums for high school basketball than there are for college basketball, and from college basketball to pro basketball. But all the college hoops are the same. All the college courts are the same size. All the NBA courts are the same size, right?
True.
Like we can't even like regulate and define ourselves in regards to like what's a track, huh? Right? Look, we got 200-meter flats. We don't have too many under 200s anymore, but we got 200-meter flats. We got 200-meter banks. We got 300-meter flats. We got one random 400-meter around an ice skating rink, right? Indoors, right? So, like, huh? It's bad enough we already
People.
have those things. We can't be having these extra wild events at a championship. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even saying get rid of the events, just not at a championship. You should not be the Big 12 1K champion or the Big 10 1K champion. Like that's just not a thing. But you know what's crazy? They run the 1K at the JUCO National meet too.
Yes, they do. Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just telling you why.
Oh, I know I'm yelling at the wind. Like I want to be clear. So before somebody comes at me about how I don't understand tradition, I do understand tradition. And trust me, I've been involved in a lot of traditions. I understand. But at some point in time, you have to be willing to stop being so self-serving and understand that high tides raise all boats. If you go to a track meet and you know you're going to see the same events all the time, maybe you can want to follow it. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
we won't be thought of as a three-ring circus where I don't even know what's going on.
It's true.
All right. Well, with that, Give me the best thing that you saw this weekend.
Malachi Stone.
It
I
was
mean,
good.
listen, that's a great answer.
It was good.
Um,
Um,
I want to go last if that's okay.
Best thing I saw. What's the best thing you saw, Chu?
well, I honestly, it wasn't in person, but Manolo's 617. Watched that video quite a few times.
Oh, so
So,
you went worldwide. Well,
Yeah.
in that case, um, I am not going to say this until I have an idea of how to pronounce his name,
Oh, uh, yeesh. Let's see if
but
I can try.
I'm going to attempt. All right. Saraboyakov.
Oh,
oh, there you
Bozidar,
go.
yeah.
Bozidar Saraboyakov.
There you go. Well done. Great.
This has to be, as far as jumps are concerned, an indoor season for the ages for the young man.
Hmm.
Jumps a world leading 8:45 a couple weeks ago, consistently over 8:30, comes to the Bulgarian Nationals and says, "You know what? I'm gonna jump in the triple." No. He jumped in the triple, I think the day before and goes 16:61.
Right.
And then on the same day, he goes 8:35 and comes
See.
back in a high jump and goes 2:28.
Yeah,
2:28.
the 228, the hold my beer version of the 228 was outrageous. Like,
Hmm.
I could do this too, but I don't choose to.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
Unbelievable
Uh,
weekend for the young man.
what you got, big league? Oh, you said, and I agree with you. He blew that up. That 617 jump was pretty. Mine is actually not about track. I saw a lot of incredible track things, and I think all those things are probably the right answer. But the thing that the best thing I saw this weekend hit my timeline, and I might even be late on it, but it's what real advocacy looks like. By now, everybody knows that the president of the United States made an offhanded comment. Okay, so the women's U.S. hockey team wins a gold medal. Almost 3 days later, the men's team wins, and the women won without any fanfare. The men win. They get a phone call from the United States president, and he makes an offhanded comment about how he will probably have to invite the women, or else he's going to get impeached. Right. So the women, of course, are like, I know he didn't say that. Like, is insanely disrespectful, and they literally banded together and put out a video to say that they would not accept an invite
Hmm.
of that nature, right? And then Flavor Flav, who is a true advocate of women's sports, for the record. Like, if anybody wonders what that looks like, this is what it looks like because he sponsored the women's water polo team in the Summer Olympics in 24.
Yeah.
And then rather than like accept that all the like Flavor's awesome, he stayed locked in and sponsored the women's skeleton team, bobsled team, and something else in the Winter Olympics in 26.
All the ice racing.
Right? Listen, Flavor Flav is from Long Island, New York. When I tell you that man knows nothing about any of these sports prior to him getting invested in it, I know this to be true, right? He is from Roosevelt, Long Island. But what he did in response to the way that the women got dissed is like what I would pray I would do if I had money. He said, "Wait, we're going to celebrate the women properly." So it started with I will host all of the women from the hockey team for a big party and such in Vegas. Who's coming with me sponsor wise? Immediately, Alaska
Mhm.
Airlines had tickets. I forgot the hotel that they all had their own rooms, and then it went crazy. Like they got a glam day. They're getting professional photo shoots. One of the young ladies totaled her car. She got a new car. All these things, right? But then, because he had so much help and advocacy, he was like, "Nah, this ain't enough." So it is now going to happen in the summer, and it is
Hmm.
a women's U.S. Olympians celebration
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for all U.S. female Olympians. Listen, folks, that's what being a good person really looks like,
Hmm.
right? And let's be clear, if Flava Flav walked into, a mall, there's a great number of people who would be clutching bags, who they don't know who he is, and they would
Right.
judge him for all of the stuff and all that stuff, right? And I saw that somebody, there've been multiple like reaction videos, and somebody coined a phrase that I thought was too cool to not pass on. Flavor Flav shows that it's much more important than wearing the clock, but to know what time it is.
Hmm.
And he gets this. This is truly what being a male advocate of women's sports looks like. And for that, he gets all of this from me. And I love all the things that y'all said, but nothing hit me harder than
Hmm.
that because that's real.
Yeah.
That's real. They like there's no clout chasing there. He's not trying to stay relevant as people like to are trying to say like, he's an old rapper. Like, yeah, all the more reason why he could just go enjoy his old rapper money.
Right.
He already did his quote unquote good deed. So I'm here for it.
Amen to that.
I'm here
Hmm.
for it. We're a long way from flavor of love.
Oh, wow. Wow. Jeez. With that,
Which I assure you, if you can watch twice, you're a special human.
Oh yeah, you've definitely lost some brain cells if you have watched it twice.
so on that note, we're wrapping up on that one before we dig ourselves into a hole. So, um, happy transition week, if you even call it a week. As happy transition days to nationals. Hopefully, y'all remember to make your declarations because by the time you see it, it's way too late. Uh,
Yikes.
but
Get it done,
Big
Chewy.
league, big
Congratulations.
league.
uh,
Congratulations.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Oh.
I will buy you a Coke. Okay. All right.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. All right. All right. Done.
So,
Love
yeah,
that.
Are we
yeah.
all going to be in Fayetteville?
Wait a minute.
I mean,
Yes.
I won't be coaching, but I'm gonna be there.
Well, you know what? We can hang out because I won't be coaching, but I will be there.
All right then.
So it's a
Hey, you
family
can
trip.
fly into Dallas and drive with me if you want.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That's actually funny.
Oh,
All right,
oh
y'all.
man.
Well, have a great week. Get your tasks done, and we'll see each other next week. Bye now.